reading for this week. I call on the ancestors of the highest truth, the highest character, the archangels, guardian angels, and ascended masters of the highest light. I call on the orishas and any benevolent spirits that would wish to assist me in receiving and translating the message in behalf of the collective on a conscious and subconscious level for the greatest good and highest good of all involved, in order for all who are ready to receive this message to prosper in all ways, to feel and receive abundance in all ways. I call in God energy to speak through me now. I am the vessel, the channel, the oracle for today. I receive the message in a clear way and speak it in a way for those who are ready to receive, can feel and connect to the words. To bring through a message or the energy influencing each day this week, starting January 29th. I don't even know what it goes to. Hold on. I don't even know what Sunday is. Oh, February 3rd to February 3rd. So January 28th, 2019 to February 3rd, 2019. January 28th, 2019, January 29th, 2019, January 30th, 2019, January 31st. Is there a 31st in January? Yep. January 31st, 2019, February 1st, 2019, February 2nd, 2019, and February 3rd, 2019. The energy influencing each individual day this week. And I have a little announcement to share with you all, so I'm excited about that. I know, right? Holy shit, February. I'm sorry, guys. I won't be able to read your comments today because I cannot see that far with these glasses. Okay. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, so the energy coming through for today is the Two of Wands, and it's coming in reverse. So upright, it's telling you that everything is in your hand. The life is in your hand. The world is in your hand. In reverse, it's saying that as receiving this energy, that there is something that you are not seeing in life, or looking at the lack in life, rather than seeing that everything that you need. This came through today. So obviously I was taking care of a lot of things. I'm going to put this down. I was taking care of a lot of things before I did this live. I had to go to the doctors, take care of altars and offerings and things. And so I had noticed how God, source energy, made it very clear that everything that we need is in our hands, right? Yesterday, I forgot that everything we need is right here. And in the rising reading from yesterday, if you were signed up for the newsletter, it had to do with doubt. So doubting that you are supported, doubting that you have everything that you need. So this is coming through and reminding you also, if you are still feeling that lack mindset, you have your mind set on something rather than working on what you need to be working on. So if you are feeling scarcity in work, finances, the material realm, then you need to take your attention to your spirituality, your self-love, your health, things in that matter. If you are feeling very abundant in the material realm, but very scarce or not supported in the spiritual realm, then you need to do vice versa. So it's saying wherever you're feeling lack, it's not that you're lacking, you have your attention elsewhere rather than where your attention needs to be in order for you to feel that the world is literally in your hands and you have all these opportunities, okay? We're nearing a new moon. I think it's the second. I can't remember off the top of my head, but we're nearing the new moon. When I was meditating, an elephant came through, the eyes of an elephant, and the elephant is for protection, wisdom, fertility, and fertility is the word that came through for me. to share, because it's that fertile energy. It's that fertile, we went from the eclipse to clearing out a lot of space, and now it's very fertile ground. So, but you have to see it that way. You can't keep looking for something that's not here. You have to see what you have right now. You have to see what you have right now, and what tools, what do you have to plant your seeds, and the fertility tools that you have available to you right now. Not, oh, well, I want this in the future. That doesn't matter about what you want in the future. Unless you see what you have available to you, it's not going to, your future is going to be you sitting right here doing the same thing, because you never connected to or appreciated the abundance that you're already have been given. I'm sorry, I get to stop itching myself. The abundance that you have already been given. A lot of the times we look outside of ourselves, right? And this is, I was reading this quote, and it was talking about how anxiety nowadays, which my webinar on Saturday is about anxiety, but there's a major prevalence of anxiety because we live in a virtual world where we see all of the things that we want or desire, or see other people with things that we're desiring or working towards, right? So part of it is being able to see it, get excited about it, but know and appreciate everything that you have right now. If you see something that you desire or want in life, and you're trying to plant those seeds, you're not going to be able to water those seeds if you keep doing this and reaching too far forward. You have to come back to the present and appreciate the present before the future can grow, right? If you plant a seed, you don't expect that seed to grow overnight. You know it takes time. You appreciate the whole process of the seed being planted and the seed like sprouting or being germinated. And then the little steps for when it grows a little bit, or maybe let's just talk about vegetables. And then you watch it until this fruit or this vegetable grows off this plant, and then you get to pick it. And that's when you get to enjoy it. But if you didn't enjoy the entire process of that plant growing, then you're not going to enjoy the fruit or the vegetable that you even harvested off of that. So it's really about appreciation today. What are you lacking in appreciation, or what are you not seeing that you are not appreciating in your own life? We always are looking for things besides what it is that we already have, because we live in a society that tells us keep going more. There's a time to work on looking at the future, and there's a time to be present, right? And most of the time you want to find the present moment, because it's like being able to daydream and bring yourself back from your daydream and just enjoy what you have now, okay? So the Four of Cups is coming through for tomorrow, January 29th, 2019. And it's saying to you, yes, season for everything. Thank you, Mama. I cannot see that fucking bar. So it's saying about opportunities, but you may not want to take these opportunities. Just because they're presented to you doesn't mean that you have to take the opportunities. That's another thing too that we do a lot of times, because we think that we have to grab everything that's right in front of us, although that opportunity may not be aligned with your long-term goals or something that you're working towards, or even your truth. So just because opportunities present themselves to you doesn't mean that you have to take them. You can take time to contemplate them, and you see he's sitting there thinking about this. The cloud is handing him the cup and saying, here's an opportunity. He's saying, let me contemplate on this. Is this aligned with my goals? Is this aligned with my long-term view for myself, or my long-term intentions? Is this aligned with what I truly feel as a person or as a spiritual being? And so you don't have to take it right away. Give yourself some time to contemplate. Now, if there's something that presents itself and it's something that you have been waiting for, obviously go with it. But if it's something that just pops up and you're like, this great opportunity popped up, but it's nothing to do with anything that you were even looking for or wanting, give yourself some time to sit with it and see if it's for you. Just because it presents itself to you doesn't mean it's for you, okay? January 30th, Wednesday, January 30th, 2019. So the Knight of Pentacles. And when I think of knights, I think of charming, they're so romantic, right? They're always coming to the rescue. So for the Knight of Pentacles being on a black horse, it's the opportunities, that financial success, that the things, again, that are being presented to you, and more in a way, let me sit with this. More in a way where it's like watching things grow, okay? So maybe you have made a choice, maybe there has been changes. Every time I see something black, I think of death in a good way. So things that are dying out to make room for more opportunities for you to grow. I also did see something today that said, I think it was like this week is a 5 of diamonds. So there is going to be some shift and change in the external world. And to me, this Pentacles, this Knight of Pentacles, I don't know if I said knight or king, but this Knight of Pentacles is like that the black horse for me represents the death, that things are going to die out for that opportunity to plant new seeds, to go forth with those, maybe those opportunities that were presented to you maybe days before, or clearing out old things so that you can plant new seeds. And the way that he holds this pentacle, it's like, here is something for you. Now, what you do with it is your choice. Now that all has been cleared, the room has been cleared, what you do with it is your choice. You can water it the way that you want to water it. You can let it go if it's not for you, but it's here and it's ready for you. And it's in a way, like I said, the knights always make me feel like they're so charming and they're like here to save the day or something. So it's that growth. It's being able to charge forth with something once there has been there has been space to open up, or cleared space for you to charge forth or plant that seed that you have been presented with after you gave a space of contemplation. Okay? January 31st, 2019. The 9 of Pentacles. I love her because what she reminds us is all of the abundance and that we already have in our lives. She also comes in, and how I think about her is to remind you to stay persistent and consistent with the things that you're doing. If you have already planted seeds and you're like watching the process and you reinvoked your appreciation for the whole process, it is like the plant is growing. You see those little buds and it's almost ready to bloom, but you're still just appreciating and staying consistent. You're not giving up. You see that the light at the end of the tunnel is always there, or the fruit is already budding, but it is not quite big enough for you to pick, and it could technically still die out or not, or shrivel up. So still staying persistent, seeing the abundance that you have, staying consistent. And I really love that on her dress, she has flowers that don't have any petals. And it's that reminder that you still, even when you have the fruit is almost there, you don't give up. You don't stop appreciating the process and what you have. Just because you see that new growth doesn't mean you step away from what is already being presented in front of you, what you already have surrounding you. It's not like you drop everything that you have just to step to something new. You appreciate all of it. You appreciate what's here now. You appreciate what's growing, okay? February 1st, which would be Friday, February 1st, 2019, the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, she's coming in reverse, and when she comes in reverse, it's more of that, when she's in upright, she's talking about unbiased communication. She's getting right to the point. She's like very clear with what it is, her boundaries. So when she comes in reverse, what I feel, what comes up is really reiterating your boundaries to yourself, taking time to work on your clear communication, and especially with all of this that is coming through, the way this is being laid out, that it definitely has to do with these opportunities and us planting seeds. So without rushing and making a choice, being very clear about what it is that you are going to plant plant in what it is that you desire, and not being greedy with what you are planting or what you are desiring. She always comes in for me as a communicator, as that super clear communicator. And so if she's coming in reverse, she's saying, hey, be cautious of the way you're saying things. Remember, what you ask for is what you get. That's why they say be careful what you ask for. Say it in a way that it is very clear, and don't get too greedy with it. Don't be too much head. You need to move yourself to your heart, okay? She speaks from, when she's in upright, she's speaking like she's head on. She's not speaking from a heart space. She's speaking from a straight God-conscious space with no bias, no judgment. When she's in reverse, it's saying there's too much in the head going on. Move to your heart space, connect with your heart space, and speak from the heart space, okay? I just snagged my nail. That kind of hurt. Okay. January 2nd, 2009, or February 2nd, 2019, the World card. And every time I see the World card come in reverse, I think of how it is something where, again, where people are forgetting that they have all that they need. The World right here is literally, it's like she has that piece like the magician has, and all of these, the bull, the lion, the angel, the eagle coming in. And when it's reversed, it's remembering that you are complete, that you are enough, that you are whole, that you are supported, right? This whole ring right here reminds me of that. It's like the infinity symbol. If you twist it, it's still complete. You're not lacking anything. You have to see that you are whole in where you are, that you are also a piece of this entire existence. If something is it's like the machine, right? If there's a piece of the machine that's not working, the whole machine goes down. So remember, we are all a whole pie, and we live out our individual pieces, but also we each have our individual piece in doing this work for source, and we each have our individual pieces for doing this work for ourselves. So it's more of that feeling whole, reminding yourself that you have everything, you're not lacking anything, that it's complete. It's always complete, right? But I also see like a hand sliding in a piece kind of to put it in completion. And like I said, the new moon is coming one of these days, the 1st, 2nd, or 3rd. I can't remember what it is. So it's like putting that piece in the putting that piece in the place, putting the piece into the place where it belongs for you to make the decision, to communicate what it is that you desire, to manifest, to move forward with. All of these cards here are really aligned with material opportunities, being very clear about what you're saying and speaking and how you want it and what it is that you desire, being persistent with working towards those opportunities, not waiting for them to, not like getting lazy with it, but remembering to stay persistent and consistent, to appreciate all that you have right now. So let's see what the 3rd says. February 3rd. Okay, so the 7 of Wands is coming in, and the 7 of Wands is upright. It's like that competition, right? He's pushing away these other 6 wands. These, like, I always think about him like he's like trying to keep away the competition. So here, this is how I think about competition. I think about competition as it's healthy to compete with yourself, but it's not, there is no competition when it comes to anything else, because there is more than enough to go around, right? There is more than enough to go fucking around. So if you are in a space of competing with somebody, then you are in a lack mindset, because you're not seeing that there is more than enough to go around. So like I said, after seeing all of these cards laid out, what this week is about is, for one, remembering I'm feeling like a heightened space of people forgetting that they have everything that they need. And literally, I'm going to say it because I feel like this is going to be a heightened week of anxiety. I already felt it. Because A lot of these cards are like, remember you have everything. Remember that you have all the tools. Remember to connect to your heart. Remember that you are complete. Remember that you are not lacking. And then these two came in like, hey, stay persistent, charge forth with your opportunities, move forward with planting your seeds, but remember to appreciate, remember to continue to do the work. So let's see in one card what comes through for on my Oracle deck, okay? I feel like every time we have a space of new opportunities, it's always like where people want to rush into it. So don't rush into making your decision. Don't rush into utilizing the new moon energy. Give yourself some time to sit with what it is that you want. Give yourself some time to contemplate, be very clear. Make sure you are taking the right steps. Don't rush into it. Don't jump or skip steps. Start and look at what you have right now, right? Look at the tools that you have to move forward, to plant those seeds. Remember, in this, what he reminds me of is if you're like looking to start a business or something, and if you have that thought that, oh, there's so many people already doing this, this card reminds me that competition mindset reminds me to say to people, and even to myself, that there could be 500 tarot readers. It doesn't matter. You're still going to have clients as long as you know that there's more than enough to go around, and you will still be successful. Oh, we're going to use this one. Lust. Okay, so lusting. So again, like I said, don't rush into things just because you are excited. Don't rush into things just because you are excited. Don't lust forward. Make sure that what you're giving your attention to and the seeds that you're planting are things that you actually want, okay? Be clear about it. Don't just go with it just because it's in front of you. If it's not aligned with your long-term goals or your desires or your truth, it is not worth your time. And it's like the devil presenting you something. And I think about it like this. It's like the devil asking for you to sign over your soul just for an opportunity, when there is going to be an opportunity later on that if you just stay persistent and consistent with what you're doing and stay aligned with your goals, you will find that your desires, your manifestations will come to the surface, and it will be exactly what you want, not just an opportunity that you rushed into just because you were presented with it and you lusted forward, okay? So like I said, this week is really giving yourself some time to contemplate on what it is that you want on a spiritual level, more so like connecting to your inner being, really reconnecting to your truth, to your desires, to your long-term goals, and then taking those into the material realm. And don't rush. I cannot stress this enough. Do not rush. Do not rush. Do not rush. Don't, just because it presents itself to you doesn't mean it's going to be for you. Take your time when it comes up, okay? So I also see that there's going to be some people that are going to spring forward this week. And so this is why a lot of people may have heightened anxiety, because they're going to watch some people spring forward and it may not be them. And so you're going to want to rush into doing what somebody else is doing because they're moving forward quickly and you're not. This is a reminder to you right now to stay aligned with your truth. Find patience and remember that you will always have what it is that you want when you stay aligned with your truth, okay? With your life. Don't be looking at everybody else's life and what they have going on. If you catch yourself getting like anxiety because somebody else has something that you've been working on it doesn't mean that you can't have it. It means that that God was not ready to give it to you yet because you're still putting in the work. So don't try to lust forward or change directions or overdo it in one area just because like somebody else is doing this and it's working for them, right? Or that they sprung forward this week and you're still here pedaling away. It is okay. This is like part of our society with, like I said, about social media. My eyes are fucking killing me. About social media, that it's kind of a downfall because even though we do enjoy seeing everybody's lives and what they got going on, sometimes you have to be, you have to be able to reel yourself back in when you find yourself being envious or jealous or wanting to change your whole life so that you can spring forward as quick as possible. It's about remembering to take your time, appreciate your process, appreciate your life and your process and how things are going for you. Because once you find that appreciation and you do what is meant for you, I promise you that it will always all work out, okay? I'm going to tell you guys and give you an example of how it always works out after I itch my eye because it's fucking killing me. And don't anybody tell me not to itch it. Okay. Anyways, so there's a situation that was going on for the better. We have lots of changes happening in our family. Okay, so something happened at my husband's work where I lost my insurance. And they were like, oh, we can't fix it, blah, 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 blah. I never go to the doctors, okay? I don't ever have to go, okay? And I'm like, oh, okay, it's whatever. It's fine because I never have to go to the doctors. Well, then I get this allergic reaction, okay? And I'm thinking, oh, fuck, hold on. Okay, I'm like, cool, I'm fine. Oh, my God, my eye. I'm like, cool, I'm fine. It's just allergic reaction, whatever. Well, then it got worse. And I'm like, oh, no, I got pink eye, blah, 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 whatever. So I can't. Don't fucking tell me to not scratch it. I can't. It's so bad. Anyway, so long story short is when I stopped worrying about it and I'm like, it's what I literally Googled what this could be and everything came up from lupus. Like, I'm like, oh, I was allowing my mind to get away from me and I'm like, oh shit, maybe I have lupus. And then I'm like, no, bitch, like chill the fuck out. You don't have lupus, right? So once I reassessed my life and just grounded down and let go and let God, my husband gets a phone call like, oh, we're reinstating your wife's insurance, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, the only time I need the fucking doctors, I don't have insurance. But look at how it worked out because it always works out. It always works out when you surrender. Okay? It always works out when you trust. It always works out when you appreciate what you have in your fucking life now. This is like, I cannot stress this enough, that everything works out when you appreciate what you have in your life. Always. Even down to the fact if you only have one fucking penny in your bank, but you have $1,000 worth of bills, I gotta plug my phone in. I can guarantee you, if you just appreciate that one penny, that $1,000 will find its way to you. But you have to appreciate that one penny first. Otherwise, you're gonna keep feeling lack and building more lack and keep giving more momentum to lack. And that $1,000 will never find its way to you. You will still be trying to scramble or be upset that you only have one penny. Okay, so I promise you, it always works out when you trust and you take care of your spiritual self. There are some people who were meant to spring forward quickly. There are some people who don't have to work as hard in the physical realm. There are some people that are gifted in being, in being very connected spiritually and have to work harder in staying aligned with their spirituality and not getting lost in the material realm, right? And there's some people who are vice versa. Whatever it is for you, because not everybody is the same. Even though we are all one pie, we all have our own individual existence and things that will work for us, right? For me personally, I always speak my desires and my manifestations, and I have to surrender and then come back to my spirituality. Because if I get too obsessed with the material realm, I'm resisting myself. and I will resist everything that is for me, rather than just going on with my life, doing my prayers, taking care of myself, my body, my health, and then I know it's always going to come because I spoke it clearly, exactly what I want. And I'm taking, and God told me the way for me to manifest the things that I want is to make it known, like on my vision board or in my journal, and then go back to my everyday life of my spiritual practices, and God will take care of them, right? So I don't know if that's the way you work or not, but if it is, then you have to surrender to what is taking place in your life. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself really caught up in the material realm when all you had to do was surrender and let go, and things will present themselves to you. Like the only week you didn't have fucking insurance and you get this huge allergy, think you have lupus, and then a day later they say your insurance is coming back. Right? It always works out. God is good. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Okay? So before I announce this, what I wanted to share with you all, remember the anxiety webinar is Saturday. I need to plug this in. It is Saturday, February 2nd, 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh. On Zoom. It's only $25, and I make it like cheap. I don't want to say cheap. I make it reasonable because it's not cheap. I make it reasonable because some people can't afford sessions, so I like doing these webinars for, first of all, I love groups. I love speaking in large groups. It like literally is feeding my soul more than anything right now. So like these lives feed my soul more than anything. So they're only $25. It's only $25. It's on anxiety, recognizing, managing, and releasing anxiety. Okay? And the reason why is because everybody experiences some type of anxiety. Whether you want to admit it or not, if you're one of those people who are like, oh, I never experienced anxiety, you can go sit in the fucking corner because I already know you have. You just don't want to admit it to yourself. And not admitting it to yourself does not help. Anxiety can cause horrible illnesses and diseases in our life if we don't learn how to recognize it and manage it, because anxiety can trigger so many things like increased heart rate, inflammation, so many things in your body. So but we don't want to look at it as a bad thing. Every time we associate something as bad, then we're feeding and giving in that momentum. So if we look at anxiety as a trigger to making aware of what our body needs, then we can use it as a tool to listen to ourselves, right? So it's $25. I'm going to post up the flyer. Please, after you purchase a ticket, it's on my website. You can send your proof of purchase to info@synergysoul.org. Do not send it to my email and do not send it to my Wix Messenger, because unless you send it to info@synergysoul.org, you will not receive a link to the live webinar. Now, I did not announce this on my page yet, but I did announce it in my newsletter. So all of you know about my struggle with hormonal acne in 2018. I started taking Shilajit, which I forgot to make my cup. I'm going to have to go do that. And it started clearing up my skin. But little did everybody know that on the side, I was making my own little skincare products with Shilajit. I happened to reach out to the owner, Andre, who owns Natural Shilajit, and was like, hey, dude, I fucking love Shilajit. I've been making my own masks and different types of things for my skin, and my skin looks phenomenal, besides the fact that I have contact dermatitis right now. So with that being said, we have officially launched Healthy Skincare. So I am co-CEO of Healthy Skincare with Andre. This is a natural skincare that is based off of Shilajit. You can follow us on Instagram. It is ready for purchase. We already had our first order come through, so I'm so excited about this. It's cruelty-free, it's eco-friendly, it's sulfate-free, it's vegan, it's carcinogen-free, it's cold-pressed extracts. There are some, like, there is lots of, it's like chamomile flower, natural Shilajit, tea tree. There are, yeah, there's just so many great things in here. The fulvic acid. It is so awesome. Hyaluronate, and this is like is a part of a skincare. Like I get that in my facials, and it helps improve the quality, the collagen in your skin. There's plant-based collagen in here. So I'm going to post up, I will tag right here, and we have another product it's another product, I just don't have it with me. It's a moisturizer. So we have a skincare mask, a serum, and a moisturizer. So I'm really excited about this. This is my new little adventure because I really struggled with acne. That was like a whole fucking thing for me last year. And so I literally give credit to Sheila G to the point where I am now an owner of a Sheila G skincare line, co-owner. So let me tag right here, and you can follow us on Instagram. And all ready for purchase. Yes, you can still purchase the raffle tickets. I forgot about that. I got to put that up. Oh my gosh, hold on. Here I go. Look at my fucking eyes, guys. I can barely open them. Trying to pin. There we go. Okay, so I pinned it. Healthy skincare. Go follow us on Instagram. Grab your skincare. Leave a review. Let me know how you like it. Like I said, like this has plant-based collagen, lavender flower, rosehip, wild oats, green tea. Like, it is awesome. I have been using it since the beginning, actually, the end of November. And a lot of you have been saying to me, like, how is your skin is even getting even better, and it's glowing. It's because of this. So, yeah, I'm just so excited about it. Like I said, and I told him, I'm like, look, I cannot have my skincare not be vegan or cruelty-free. So it's eco-friendly, cruelty-free. So awesome. I'm so excited about it. Get all 3 products because they are awesome. I put this serum on and then put my BB cream on over it in the morning. Obviously, I'm not doing it right now. I do the mask maybe 2 to 3 times a week. And then the moisturizer, I put it on at night. So I put the serum and then the moisturizer. So yeah, I'm really excited. I'm probably gonna post it on my feed. Actually, I will, obviously. But if you signed up for the newsletter, then you'll know about it already. So that's my newest adventure, co-CEO, co-founder of Healthy Skincare. Because yes, my cousin sent me, and I was like, you know, I really love that I have the opportunity now to, you know, offer this, because like I said, I struggle so badly with acne. And in my post, I'm going to tag a photo of, it was like June of last year or something. It was horrible. But it reminds me of like why I did this, because of my struggle with acne. And I really pray that this helps, this company and our products help a lot of people who have been looking for a product to help with their skin, because I know how it feels. But my cousin shared this verse with me from the Bible, and it made me so happy, and it was like aligned with why I even did this in the first place. Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters. So this was like me putting this out here and putting out my vulnerabilities about my skin, because that was a fucking struggle. I have never in my entire fucking life have dealt with acne. And so it was like a punch to my ego, first of all, because I've always had great skin. But now, here it is. And I wish I had the moisturizer here to show you, but I'm waiting for it. All right, so I'm going to upload this to YouTube for anybody who didn't get to watch this yet. And thank you everybody for joining me. I'm probably gonna stay a little bit off the gram today, because first of all, for one, I can't fucking see. Everything is like half blurry over there. But yeah, I love you all. Thank you for joining me. Thank you to the angels, the ancestors of the highest truth, the highest character, the archangels, ascended masters, to the Orishas and the benevolent spirits, and God consciousness, God energy, God, for allowing me to be the vessel, the messenger, the channel for the collective on a conscious and subconscious level today to receive and translate these messages in the highest way. Ashe.